Good afternoon. On behalf of Philip, Shane, and Jesse, our team this afternoon will be arguing that just war is not ethical. Specifically, that war is not a necessary evil, it is not biblically justifiable, and regarding Jesus' teaching on peacemaking, Jesus would argue that war is not necessary. And we're going to spearhead three major arguments, the first being philosophical. Immanuel Kant had an argument called the categorical imperative, which stated that humans should always treat one another as if they have intrinsic worth and dignity, not as a means of getting something for themselves. Kant would say that war and violence, well, could be a means to protect one another, ultimately violates the categorical imperative. It's a powerful argument because it's not based in solely religious beliefs, but rather philosophical and moral grounds. Second, we're looking at the idea of what war does to our society today. One of the major carnages of war is post-traumatic stress disorder. The effects of war on soldiers, the violence that comes from it, cannot fully be measured. But what we do have, some stats from post-traumatic stress disorder, is that up to 20% of veterans that served in Operation Iraqi Freedom or Operation Enduring Freedom face symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder every year that can be tied directly to the combat that they were called into. Is this necessary in our society today? And finally, our third argument is based on Jesus' teaching about peacemaking. He makes it very clear in his Gospels, especially in his Sermon on the Mount, that war is not a necessary evil. And in Matthew 5:39, Jesus argues that we should not resist an evil person and rather turn the cheek to them. Furthermore, Jesus talks about how even the pagans love people that are easy to love. So how are Christians supposed to look any different if they only love people who are easy to love? Jesus makes it abundantly clear that war is not the answer to violence, but rather unconditional love. These three arguments, Kant's categorical imperative, arguments about the carnage that soldiers face coming back from war, and Jesus' arguments throughout the Gospels make it abundantly clear that just war is not a necessary evil. War is not biblically justifiable, and Jesus makes it extremely clear with peace that peacemaking is the goal, not war. Thank you.